Hi everyone, Chelsea Marie here. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Chelsea Marie from chelseamariecoaching.com and the creator of Nutrition Academy for Entrepreneurial Women. So today's March 1st, happy March 1st by the way, and spring is what? A couple weeks away, March 20th. And I've already noticed a lot of people purchasing detox kits and wanting to cleanse. So I kind of just wanted to talk about juicing and smoothies as to, you can either use them in conjunction with your detox, or you can use it completely on its own as its own method to detoxify your body and just to kind of clear out toxins and get you feeling back on track and better with your health. So first I want to share with you what juicing and smoothies have done for me. I know this sounds really dramatic and a little bit weird, but I honestly can't say I would be exactly where I am today if it wasn't for smoothies and juicing. Hi Shane! So about 4 years ago, my health was in a really sticky spot. I was working way too much and I had so much stress in my life that I had so much inflammation going on in my body. So at that time, my thyroid was really suffering. My adrenals were pretty much burnt out, and it was really starting to affect my looks. I had puffiness all around my eyes, and I mean, everyone wants to feel good being in their skin. We all want to look pretty. We all want to feel confident, and that was a huge, bummer for me. And being a bartender at the time, being behind the bar, your looks plays a huge role in how much money you make and how you feel and your confidence. So one night I was walking through the grocery store and I actually came across this book. It's by Kimberly Schneider called The Beauty Detox Solution. By the way, it's an amazing read. I highly recommend it to anyone who just overall wants to learn about nutrition, learn about the body and how they can better their health. So the one thing I got from this book was, hi Sylvia, or sorry, Sylvain. The one thing I got from this book was her smoothies. She teaches so much about health and nutrition, but her smoothies is really what I took away from it. So what's really unique was Kimberly Schneider really teaches you about incorporating lots of leafy greens into your smoothies. So typically when we go to the store or like a smoothie bar and we grab one, it's usually protein powders, fruits, and then juice, and that's about it. So really when you think of it, it's just a huge cocktail of just sugar. But with hers, she has you incorporating romaine, spinach, parsley, cilantro, cucumber. And that's really what sparked my mind was I thought, okay, what the heck? Why not just try this? And as I was incorporating them, I really noticed the inflammation starting to go down quite drastically. The puffiness in my eyes went away within about like a week and a half to 2 weeks. So instantly I was like, okay, like there's something to this. This is like, I want to stick with it. And so I really fell in love with smoothies. I mentioned a couple of videos ago that around the same time that I started doing this, I was introduced to Kevin Trudeau's, he has a book called Your Wish Is Your Command. I don't know why, every time I say his name, everyone thinks of Justin Trudeau, so not Justin, but his name is Kevin Trudeau, so don't mix that up, otherwise you won't find his information properly. And he shares this whole audio about how you gotta just follow with what feels good. And at the time, her smoothies, just making these leafy green cocktails, was making me feel so good. So that's what I did. I actually ended up quitting my job and I was like, you know what, I just have to focus on smoothies. As weird as that sounds, I just knew that for my health, that's what I needed to do. So at the time when I wasn't able to actually, make my smoothies every single day, I'd go to a health food store. There's actually one where I live. It's called Nature's Fair. For those of you who live in Kelowna, BC, I highly recommend you go check it out. If you haven't already, you're going to absolutely love it. It's going to be your home away from home. Everyone there gets to know your name. They're just so welcoming, so friendly, and they have such a beautiful selection of organic grab-and-goes. So at the time, my girlfriend introduced me to this smoothie, and it was actually juiced vegetables with blended fruit. And it was absolutely delicious. And since I was already doing the whole smoothie thing, I thought, you know what, I will start making this for myself too. But since I had quit my job, I couldn't afford to keep purchasing it, so I had a juicer, and I started making my own, juiced vegetables with blended fruit. Once I was juicing and mixing it with the fruit, I literally, I became mesmerized by the juice. And I thought, how amazing would it be to just have this pure green cocktail of just vegetables? And so I tried it one day and it was the most disgusting thing ever. So, and in saying that, I knew that it was something that I personally needed to do for my health. So I was determined to figure out what I can do to make this taste better. I came across a couple YouTube videos and this girl was using lemon and I think she was using a bit of apple. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to try that. And sure enough, it was like the most delicious fresh lemonade I had ever had in my entire life. And so, hi Madison. And so from that point on, I started juicing and it was like every single day I felt the difference. So I was drinking 2 cups of fresh pressed juice in the morning and I was still doing my smoothies. But within about 2.5 to 3 months of just incorporating the juice into my diet, I was off my thyroid medication. That to me was huge because I was relying on that medication for about a good 2.5 years. I remember being in Vancouver with my girlfriend one weekend and I ran out and it was like I had ran into a brick wall. I had no energy and I just, as much as, you know, it was a good quality one from a naturopathic doctor and it was a food grade, which was great, but I didn't want to rely on that. And so the fact that just juicing like got me off of that was huge. And I thought, you know what, like this is something I need to share with people. Hi, Christian. By the way, if you guys have any questions or comments about juicing or smoothies, just please list them below. I'll just keep talking, but if you have any questions, I am more than happy to answer them. So with the juicing at that point, I was like, you know what, I need to share this with people. So I started making workshops. I was going into the rec centers. I was going into people's houses just to show them how they can start juicing and how they can use it for their health. Like I said, I felt like everyone needed to know this. So in saying that, I actually started, it started just creating this huge ripple effect in my entire life. Within, I think, about that 3-month time frame, everyone who I hadn't seen from my job all of a sudden, like, you know, was like, you know what, like you're looking different, like your hair is looking different, like you've got this energy around you, like what is it? And then I just was explaining to everyone, like it's juicing. And then I didn't know, like all I knew was that it was working for me visually, it was, you know, it was doing so much, but I wanted to know more about it. I wanted to know scientifically, like what is the juice actually doing for me? So that's when I ran into Dr. Robert Young. He has the book called pH Miracle. He's got several degrees, and I mean, one in macrobiology, one in nutrition, one in naturopathic medicine. And I just thought, you know what, like he knows his stuff, so I want to learn more about it. Christian, you started juicing and you've had lots of amazing experiences. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. That's amazing. Please share your experiences. I'm sure others would love to hear about it. So when I was reading about Dr. Robert Young, one thing that really sparked my mind was that he explained that the body only absorbs nutrients in a liquid form. And that to me was just a huge light bulb. And I was like, that's why the juicing, like that's why it's working so well. In my case, I had a lot of inflammation. And when you've got inflammation in your gut, you're not absorbing anything. And with the whole juicing factor, you don't have the pulp like you do when you're making smoothies. So yes, smoothies helped me. It made a huge difference. And I still make them. I still love them. But for someone who's in a state where it's like you've got critical health issues, whether you have, you know, IBS, or if you've got colitis, or if you have, you know, severe acidity buildup, you've got joint pains, juicing is going to be so huge because it alleviates your body the energy from having to break it down. So, I mean, once you start, you know, our body is the juicer. Once we start eating foods, just by, you know, chewing things, our body knows right away which enzymes to send into our intestinal tract to start breaking apart and absorbing these foods. Once it gets into our stomach has all this acidity that breaks down the food, trying to make it liquefied, so that when it does get into our small intestinal tract, our body can actually push through all the nutrients past the, you know, intestinal wall, so it can get into our blood. And when you're juicing, it's done that for you. So that's why juicing is so unique from smoothies. Like I said, I love them both, but they do both very different things. So for someone who's in a critical state, juicing is going to be amazing. And yes, smoothies are pre-digested, but with that fiber factor, it might just take that much longer for you to get those really big wow factors. Hi, Joy. So anyways, I really just wanted to share with you, the differences. So one has, the juicing, doesn't have the fiber, and that's why it absorbs so quickly. And with the smoothies, you do have the fiber, so it's amazing. Yes, some people find it does keep them fuller, but even when you are juicing, when your when your cells are getting all the nutrients that they need, you don't have these crazy hunger cravings. You don't have, like this appetite that just wants to eat, like all day long. So I would really highly recommend trying both of them. And since spring is not too far, like I mentioned, I know everyone is already starting to detox. I'm seeing the kits selling off the shelves like crazy. You could just do smoothies and juicing on their own, or you can do one or the other and get such amazing benefits from them. Just a little quick tip. If you've never juiced before, you're going to want to make the bulk of it leafy greens. And I know a lot of people like to try to make it sweeter at first because they're not used to that green taste. Lemon and ginger and apple goes such a long way. You're going to want to make sure that there's not a huge amount of sugar in it. So when you are using apples, don't do like a liter of juice where it's like half apples. That's just going to spike your blood sugar levels. That's going to give you a huge crash. Same thing goes with carrots and beets. They are root vegetables, so they are really, really, really high in sugar. So if you are diabetic, please do some research. And for the most part, if you do have problems with sugar, you're probably not going to want to go more than like an ounce in your entire cocktail. Anyways, give this a go, see how it works for you. If you want some recipes, I've got this new amazing opt-in on my website, so you can go to chelseamariecoaching.com, and as you opt in, you're gonna get my free 5-day slim down. Within 5 days, you're gonna help your body rid itself of toxins that are weighing you down. It's gonna help to boost you up, energize you. You're gonna feel so good. It's really gonna help to give you that extra push for your work and your business and just all around. It's gonna help to amplify that brilliance within you. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and please leave your comments. I love seeing everything that you guys have to share. It just, it puts like the biggest smile on my face. So like I said, if you guys know someone who maybe has gone through health issues and could, use some of this help, post a link with them. So what's Joy saying here? Will you post the link? Yes, Joy, I will absolutely post the link below. So that way you guys have the link to my website. You can opt in right away, get that freebie. And also, I do have my program, Nutrition Academy, which is coming out. It is out right now. The last day for registration is March 8th. If you are not on my list already, you're missing out on huge saving potentials. This is a program specifically for entrepreneurial women who are struggling with feeling tired and feeling overwhelmed. This course is going to help you to build a really healthy, strong foundation that's not only going to feed your body, but it's also going to feed your brilliance so you can create that hardcore success in the world. So like I said, if you guys haven't opted in already, do that. You'll get the freebie, and you'll also get a huge savings to the program that starts on March 13th. March 8th is the last day for registration. Anyways, please post your comments below. I will definitely get back as soon as I can. Bye!